Hello again, my friends. It's Terry from Vegs Test Creates back with another crafty video for you. So this is part 3 of the series around Tonic Craft Kit number 44, Santa Sentiments. So today I know I've got in mind 2 definite card ideas, and then I'm sure one more will manifest along the way. If you stumbled across this video and you haven't seen any of my other videos, hello. There is a part 1 and a part 2 before this, and the first one shows the unboxing, so it shows you all of the materials that I'll be working with that came in the kit. So you might just want to click off this and watch that one first. If not, then I'll put a link up here anyway, but if not, the links to part 1 and part 2 will be in the description box below. So in part 2, I made a shaker card using the starlit snowflakes as a background. And in my previous cards, because you get some large dies, some large word dies in this set, which are holidays, happy, holidays, Christmas and Yuletide. Well, I'd only used the Christmas, so this time I've decided to do some happy holidays cards. I always try and use what is in the kits other than a few added extras that most people will have in their stash, like white cardstock and black ink, in order to showcase what's in the actual kit. So this is an A2 size card, so 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. I cut this front panel to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, so just to give a nice narrow margin. And then I cut the holidays using the intricate die and its shadow partner out of the pearl white cardstock. And this is the candy stripe with the pearlescent red stripes on it. I cut 3 separate panels of heavyweight white cardstock, just to be a tad smaller than this. So I'm going to build this up to be another shaker. So I'll go ahead and do that now. There's no point in me showing you how to glue things together because, you know, unless you're a complete newbie to craft, then you'll know how to glue things to other things. But the reason I make it smaller is because you can't always get it in the exact same spot, even if you try. So for example, here it's just going up to the edge, so I'll trim that a bit off, and then so each time I'll just sort of line it up with the window, make sure you can't see through. But before I glue the first layer on, I'll cut down a little piece of acetate to the same, to just about cover this, and make sure that's nice and clean, because I'll use some recycled packaging, and lay that over there and glue it down with some red liner tape, and then I'll add these 3 together, and then I shall see you in a moment for the second part. Okay, so I have used some red liner tape to stick the acetate down, and then I'm also going to put some red liner tape over the acetate before I stick the first layer down. This is just to ensure that everything is as sort of encapsulates the snowflakes as much as possible, because we don't want any of the little blighters getting out. This is probably also a useful chance for me to tell you about some really exciting news that I've got. So I know that many of my viewers come back and watch me again and again. My analytics tell me that, so I know that lots of you have sort of found me and come back. Obviously I know lots of you because we chat along in the comments, so you know, you might be excited to hear this news. So I applied to be on the Fairy Stamper video design team. So if you haven't heard of them, Fairy Stamper makes well, the Fairy Stamper store in the US sells a range of different products, but they have their own range of stamps called Fairy Hugs, and they are like silhouette type stamps, and they're all things to do with like magical creatures, so like fairies, gnomes, mermaids, dragons, and sort of beautiful scene building elements, so like beautiful mystical things like trees and moons and just loads and loads of lovely things like that. And like that kind of stuff is really, really up my street. So I applied for that, and I was delighted to be offered the opportunity to be on the team. So obviously I jumped at that. So that is going to be for the rest of the 2021 term. So it'll be July till December 2021. And then I guess we'll see after that what happens. So I'm really excited about that, but I know lots of you love my Tonic videos because you come back again and again and watch them, and new people are obviously finding me every month, my analytics tell me. So don't worry, I am still going to be a subscriber to the Tonic Craft Kit, and I am still intending on doing these videos. But I'll be posting usually two or maybe occasionally three videos onto the Fairy Stamper YouTube. So yeah, I'm just really excited about it, and I guess I just wanted to say a bit of a thank you really to my regular viewers, because you know, without you guys, you know, in the comments telling me how much you like my work and, you know, sort of spurring me on and stuff, you probably don't realize, you know, like how much that means to me. You know, I'm just a normal person that loves to craft, and like to have such a supportive crafty community around me, like it genuinely like means the world to me. You know, and I'm often open about my health struggles and stuff as well, and like today, like I'm really not feeling myself. I'm in a lot of pain, although I've just took some more painkillers, so I'm all right actually for a bit. Yeah, it really does mean the world to me, and so I know a lot of you are going to be really pleased for me for this, with this new opportunity. So thanks guys. But you can get Fairy Stamper Hugs stamps in the UK as well, and there's a shop that sells them here, as well as many other things, and they ship internationally, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you order from the US site, oh no, I've got glue on my acetate. If you order from the US site, they ship internationally, so they can go wherever you are in the world. So while I'm rambling on, what I'm doing is building up the walls of this shaker element. Obviously I did this in the last video, so if you haven't watched that, then you might want to be fast forwarding, and you probably already have fast forwarded this bit. But if you haven't watched that video, that's what this is one way of making a shaker card, by building up walls. So this will be like a little well where I'll put the shaker elements. I do need to get rid of this glue smear though, because it's going to do my head in and not look very pretty. But there you go, you can see I've just like rubbed my poker tool over it. Poker tools are amazing, they just come in for such a range of different things. I don't think I told you as well, on the front candy stripes panel I used this die, which again comes in the kit, which is, it's great for such a little die. It's so versatile. It creates a wonky stitch, so I've used it on all four sides to create a border. So I'm really chuffed with that. Right, so I've just cut a panel to go behind there, because I figured that would look really nice. Like that, because it kind of looks like sequins itself, that specialty cotton paper. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, exciting time, is we put the little snowflakes in. Oh. One of the things I love about this kit is how it's like traditional colours, but a contemporary twist. I really, really like that. I'm going to be very careful with my glue this time, because we want it to be all the way up to the edges so none of the snowflakes can get out. Okay, and then I'm going to let that sit under something heavy for a bit. That speciality cotton paper takes a little while to adhere, so I'm just giving it a helping hand. The second card I'm going to do, because I've got quite a few of these paper scraps from the bits of patterned paper that I've been using, so I thought I would just do a nice simple diagonal using up your scraps kind of card, because I really like them. They're a great way to use up your scraps. So for that I'm going to need, how should we do it? Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so if I give it a border, then I need to obviously just cut this up to 5.5, so I'll do that now. And then there are different ways of doing this. The quickest and easiest way is to get a sheet of double-sided adhesive and cut it down to the same size and put that on there. And you know, you can just use glue. Okay, yeah, well, I'm just gonna go for the easy. I'm gonna go for the easy option and use some Stick It double-sided adhesive. So I need it to be the same size as this panel, which is 3 and just under 3.5 by 5.5. Okay, so that should go in there. Right, so we get our, what's this thing called? Tool. Bone folder. Bone folder. You may be saying to me via the powers of the interwebs. Bone folder. So you get your bone folder, burnish it a bit, and then start sticking stuff. It's fine. So what I do when I do this is I always do it corner to corner, because that's much more forgiving. And I usually cut myself a big pile of scraps first. So I haven't done that today, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of this and then do the rest off camera. And it's good to have strips of varying length as well. Varying width, because it looks quite nice having sort of different widths. Right, so that's 3, so I'm going to do the rest and then I shall come back in a minute. And here we go, my friends. So I've left that to dry for a little while underneath some heavy things, and as you can see, the snowflakes are moving around nicely, and you can see that nice speciality paper in the background. I've just used my Cosmic Shimmer glue on this element that we're going to pop in here, and fingers crossed. I put just enough amount that I thought it would make it stick to the acetate, and tried not to put too much so that it didn't smear anywhere. So that's the kind of like amount that you need to go for, really, sort of like a medium amount. But I think that looks nice. Happy holidays. I've also just stamped happy and used the banner die, this small stitch banner die, which looks okay, but I think it needs a little touch of something around the edges, something green, a little something green around the edges. Just try something. Well, that'd look quite nice, wouldn't it? How about I just ink up the edges with this ink cube, just to make it pop a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. But equally, the glitter marker in peppermint cream I think would have looked nice. But this way we're just using products from the kit, which is what I like to do. So I'm just going to wait a bit longer for that to dry before I stick that on there. But there's nothing stopping us from sticking this onto the background panel now. Right, make sure it's opening on the right side that we want it to. Line it up as best we can and then press it down and hope for the best. We've got quite a bit of dimension there. I think that looks really pretty. I'm glad I went for that green speciality paper behind, because it does look like sequins itself. And it's lovely. It's like even when you're standing it up, there's still sequins like around the top. I think because the paper is textured, do you know what I mean? Like it's some of the sequins get caught on it. So if you know the recipient is holding it, not holding it, has got it displayed standing up, that'll look really nice. And normally I would have a banner coming from the left hand side, but I'm kind of feeling like I want it in the middle there. Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon, guys? What should we do? Oh, I'm just going to put it in the middle. It sort of feels like it should go in the middle. I don't know. Sometimes I make decisions like that. I often do actually on the fly, just go with what I think feels right. Do you do that, or do you plan out everything and stick to a plan? You always have to have a bit of wiggle room. I like to plan, but then allow for a little bit of wiggle room in between. Right, okay, so I'm really pleased with this. I just think it needs a few embellishments. So I'm thinking a few little stars to bring the inside out, as it were. And then a little scattering of the vintage drops. Trying to get a mixture of the clear and the silver. I think it was in the first video, I realised that there was a mixture of two types of snowflakes in this confetti. There's some clear iridescent and some silver iridescent, so I'm just trying to make sure I get a little mixture of the both. Bada bing, bada boom. Okie doke, so we just need to add a few of the red drops. And again, we never ever apply without first checking that there's no air bubbles. There you go. Okie dokie, so we shall call that card complete and crack on with the second one. I finished this panel, so I continued on with the method that I showed you. I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out actually. As well as using the scraps of patterned paper that I had, I incorporated a few strips of 3 of the speciality cards, and I really like that. So that can be stuck to the middle of here. First of all, just using some glue, and then I think what I'm going to do for this one is use I forgot. This is what I did. I cut 2 thin strips of Santa's hat to go either side of that. so I'll stick those on now as well. This nice little stitched banner. Peace, hope, love. So I think I'm gonna cut some of those out and just scatter them around. Peace, hope, love. Yeah, peace, hope and love. And some of the little elements. And here we go, my friends. I've trimmed off the excess of the Santa's hat little strips and cut out my peace, hope and love little banners. So I'm just going to glue these in the position that I've just outlined, and then might add a few embellishments if we think it needs it. So obviously there's a lot going on around here, but let's just try out a couple of little confettis and see what we think, or whether we think it ends up looking like overkill. There we go. There's a little bit of added bling, and because we've done that, I think we'll also go in and add a few little Nuvo drops. Why not? There we go. No need for too much, but a few nice little ones. And there we go. So that completes the second card. So I'll see you shortly with a bit more. So for the third card, I had the idea to make a panel purely using the stamps, because there's such lovely little elements, and I thought it would be really nice just to use a few different colours of inks and some embossing powder and some ribbon, and probably some glitter and snowflakes as well. So I've got another of the card blanks, and I've cut down a panel to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to start to work on this. So obviously included in this kit was the Shamrock Green hybrid ink pad, but I've also pulled out the sliced strawberry and black shadow. So obviously they're not in the kit, but they're just from my stash. So just going to have a bit of a play about. Be nice to use these words, and also, you know, these lovely sort of repeating pattern dies. So I'm going to put that one there. Should I start a bit higher? I'll start that one there. So let's start with a row of Shamrock Green. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to have to move this away from the edge a little bit. But that's okay, because that's stamped perfectly, so I'm not envisaging any problems. More. Yeah, I like that. Stay. as well. I think I'll put little hearts or stars. Little stars in between, and I know I've got a stamping platform, but I think it'll be easy enough to just stamp these little stars in between the peace and the hope and the hope and the love. Let me move this camera forward a bit. Better in shot. Yep. Oh, that's very cute. That's really cute. I know I definitely want some ribbon. So I think I'm going to like wrap that around the back of the panel. Might as well have that going there. So I just need to make sure I leave enough space. So I'll just keep that stuck there as just like a little reminder. And then if we do another layer of this repeating pattern. Oh, actually no, I'll use the Christmas trees. There we go. That looks nice. And then we'll have a repeating pattern in the sliced strawberry. Perfect. And then I think we'll have another layer of words at the top. This is really fun actually, guys. If this is something that you want to try, I'd totally recommend it. I think another little row of Christmas trees down here would be cute. But I'm going to leave a space for a line of glitter as well. Okay, so we're going to have our ribbon here, a thing of glitter, red glitter there, about a little line of green snowflakes. There we go, little row of green snowflakes, and then another little row of red glitter at the top. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this is looking so cute. Okay, so I need to make sure that this ink is fully dry before I start putting glitter on it, otherwise the glitter might stick to places that I don't want it to. So what I'm going to do is see you back in a moment with the finished cards. See you in a mo. And here we go, my friends, the finished article. So I adhered the piece of ribbon behind using some double-sided tape, and I also added some glue underneath the actual ribbon on the front. I used some slim double-sided red liner tape and added the Christmas Magic lovely deep red glitter on the bottom and the top, and then I just simply adhered the panel to the card. So altogether that's 3 cards that we have created in this video. So we've got this one, obviously, the one that we made using the stripes and the panel, and you can see now how with the vintage drops how they dry to such a lovely matte finish. I think it's a lovely textured card, and it's really, yeah, it's really tactile. It's lovely. And then of course the lovely shaker element card, which has worked really well. I definitely recommend using that this type of handmade paper, which comes in like a lot of different colours. I've noticed it seems to work really well with this shaker card. So there are all 3 cards for part 3 of the Tonic Craft Kit 44 adventures. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please use your thumbs and give me a thumbs up. And if you're not currently subscribed to my channel but you do like my artwork, then it'd be great if you consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you on board. So that's all from me today. And I will see and speak to you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.